What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game versus the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks. And of course, if you watched any video like this in the past, you know that this is my Bulls report. So, after the Bulls' last outing and a loss, they faced off against the Knicks, who I believe were on a 4-game winning streak. And of course, the Bulls are at the bottom of the East, and the Knicks are hovering around that middle pack of the East. So this was a good Eastern Conference matchup between two teams that could be vying for possible play-in or a playoff, matchup, so to speak. It was one of those games where it could be looked at either way, right? You have the Bulls, who have been struggling. You have the Knicks, who have been one of the better teams. And again, like I said, this was one of those games where you test your might against conference foes. So the Bulls definitely came out and looked like a team that wasn't involved early. And by that, I say this, right? As I look at my notes, the Knicks opened the game up with a 3-point make by Julius Randle and then a dunk by Mitchell Robinson. And before you knew it, the Knicks were on an 8-0 run to start the game. But the Bulls did get involved. Vucevic did hit the first basket for Chicago, but Julius Randle had a really hot start tonight. I don't know if it was the matchup, but Julius Randle basically was getting anything he wanted, whether it was mid-range, in the post, getting to the basket, and things like that. And he was getting to the line a lot in this game. I mean, every time I turned around, it looked like a whistle was being blown for Julius Randle. And he was getting to the line, and he did damage from the free throw line. So the Bulls were down, but they weren't out the game. This didn't look like the Knicks were going to run away with the game, so to speak. It just looked like the Bulls just needed guys to get involved, which did happen. Vooch started getting early paint touches, which I love. No rebounds. I don't know why the Bulls struggled to rebound in this game, but between Mitchell Robinson, tap outs, and just crashing, the Bulls were not crashing the boards tonight in this game, and that was one thing that was getting to me. They did eventually go down by 10 in the first, but with good passing, 2 early fouls on Alex Caruso, bad team fouls. They do go on an 8-0 run, and they were down 2. Then Javonte Green had 2 early fouls. The Knicks ended up being up by 1 after the first, which was 28-29. And after the first quarter, like I said, I didn't see this game getting away from the Bulls. After the first, I said, okay, we're in good position. We just have to clean a few things up, do some things better, and then come back in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, you seen DeMar DeRozan start getting involved, but the Knicks again went on a run and was up by 10. Then the Bulls were down 14. The Knicks have over 60 points in the first half, but Patrick Williams' 3-ball was on point again, and that's what you got to see, right? From somebody like Patrick Williams. He getting more reps. He's getting more touches. He's in the flow of the offense. He's being axed upon defensively to guard arguably the other team's best player. So you saw a lot of flashes from Patrick Williams tonight, which was a good thing. But ultimately, that half ended and the Bulls were down 9. Now, in the third, Vucevic did start off with a bucket. You seen a run out by Zach LaVine. He caught a great alley-oop from Alex Caruso off the backboard, which I think was the highlight of the game for Chicago. The Bulls finally get the lead at one point, and it was 77-76. And, as I'm watching the game, and I'm watching how the Bulls played from quarter 3 to quarter 4, and I'm just saying, okay, it was more of the same. It was nip and tuck and push and prod. It was a lot of back and forth between what the Bulls wanted to do offensively and what the Knicks wanted to do defensively, and vice versa. You saw, of course, DeRozan come on in the fourth along with Zach LaVine. And ultimately, the Bulls ended up getting close enough in the fourth to actually tie the game late. Now, when they did tie the game late, I saw a team that was, poised to win the game. They got a chance to tie late and to end the game, in the quarter, excuse me. In the fourth quarter, 16 seconds left, I believe, and the Knicks had the basketball, and Julius Randle waved everyone off on the floor from the Knicks. As he waved everyone off, I'm thinking he's going to go to the rim. He don't, so he backs down into the right block. I believe it's the right. I believe he went to the right block. Mid-range turnaround jump shot miss. 0.7 seconds left on the clock. The Bulls have the ball to inbound. Ran a great play at the rim for Patrick Williams. He ended up not making the basket, so we go to overtime. In overtime, the Bulls basically shot themselves in the foot. To start the overtime, it wasn't good defense. Jalen Brunson had a great game, especially in the paint tonight. You saw, bad shots down the stretch in overtime. The Bulls basically, their offense couldn't get going in the overtime period in the final five. And it was just, a team where I feel like the Knicks imposed more of their will in the final 5 minutes, especially in overtime. And, DeRozan took a few shots that I wasn't very happy with. Zach LaVine. But ultimately, tonight's game ended with another loss for the Chicago Bulls, 128-120. This is the Bulls' 15th loss of the season, so they are 11-15. They only scored 3 points in the extra period. DeMar DeRozan did have 32 points. Patrick Williams did have 11. Vucevic, who I think played great, had 19 and 7 with 5 assists. Alex Caruso, albeit the fouls, did have 4 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Zach LaVine did have 25, 5 and 3. You got two points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists from Andre Drummond. 7 points from Dragic. There was no Ayo Dosunmu sighting tonight. Derrick Jones Jr., who only 2 points, came on a rebound dunk. Kobe White did have a few big shots, mainly 2 threes. He did end the game with 12. Javonte Green came in and gave up 6 with 3 rebounds. But on the other side of the coin, RJ Barrett did have 22 points. Julius Randle had 31, and Jalen Brunson had 30. So ultimately, tonight was another loss for the Chicago Bulls. I'm not looking for answers right now because, of course, there's a lot of things swirling around Chicago as far as what they should do going forward. It's a lot of analysts talking about rebuilding, trading certain guys. What should they do going forward with like the Lonzo situation and a plethora of other things since not giving Vucevic an extension. So it's a lot on the table for the Bulls. I mean, they're not completely out of it, but, right now they're looking for answers. I'm looking for answers as a fan. We came off of last season. It's a lot of high hopes. So the early part of this year is totally different from the early part of last year. And I'm hoping that the Bulls find it and turn it around. They have the players to do so. So ultimately, I think barring any type of illustrious trade where it signals a rebuild, I believe they have what it takes to turn it around. But it has to be a lot sooner than later. And it has to be quickly, like a quick turnaround. Like it's about the guys that's, there for the long haul. The Zach LaVines, the DeMar DeRozans currently, and the Nikola Vucevic currently. It's about those guys. We have to lean more on those guys. Tonight was an example where You know, you seen DeRozan get his. You seen Zach get his. You would like to see Vucevic do more and the supporting cast do more. But ultimately, they just couldn't get it done tonight. So we'll see what they do in the next matchup. Of course, I will be here. And as always, let me know what you guys think about tonight's game. Bulls fans, Knicks fans, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's always great to hear from you guys. It's greatly appreciated anytime you tune in, listen, and watch. This is the What More Do You Want Network. It's Astronaut H, and I catch you guys on the next video.